The Green Bay Packers come out flat and they suffer a 16-13 loss to the Carolina Panthers. I'm Dominique Yates. I'm joined by Pete Dougherty. Pete, this team were 13.5-point favorites heading into this matchup, but there's no other way to put it. This team was outplayed really from start to finish.
Yeah, when if they're double-digit favorites, you can count on it being a really close game going right down to the end. Kind of a disastrous day for them. They lose the game, they play poorly, and they lose their best offensive receiving weapon to what appears to be a season-ending knee injury. So talk about Tucker Kraft there. So yeah, just a really bad day all around for the Green Bay Packers.
Now also defensively, we talked a lot about what this team maybe could have used in the trade, but one thing is for sure that the secondary still has some problems, but especially on this game, they could have used a run stopper defensive tackle.
Yeah, they their run defense stats are pretty good, but they also came into this game with the fewest runs against them. Now they were like 4th or 5th in yards per carry, so they were doing well there too. But the stats were a little deceiving. And that last week against Pittsburgh, they had that jumbo package, the Steelers, in the first half. They were running the ball down the Packers' throats. I think they were averaging like 5.4 yards a carry, something like that, in the first half. But their starting guard got injured, so the jumbo guy had to come in to play there, and they abandoned the run after that. This game, Carolina did not abandon the run. They have a really good running back, and the Packers could not contain him at all. And so the big, you lose a game, fine, that happens in the NFL. But the two red flags are they lost one of their best offensive weapon, and their run defense looks like it could be an issue when they play against teams that have really good running backs. When you play against a team that's got a good quarterback and a good running back, I think these guys, it could be a big problem.
But then next week, Monday Night Football, the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles come to town. You just mentioned it, a really good running back, Saquon Barkley, talented quarterback, and Jalen Hurts, a good defense. This team better be ready to play. There's no question about that.
Yeah, and we're going to have to make our pick next week. I mean, who knows who to pick in this week? I mean, I came into this week honestly thinking I think Detroit might be the best team in the NFC, and Minnesota goes into Detroit and beats them. Now, they're not handing out Lombardi trophies in early November. There's a lot of season to go, but we're getting halfway through. Teams are going to start defining who they are. That's going to start showing up more, and that's probably what I would, if I were the Packers. What would bother me most is we're almost halfway through the year, and they're still just groping to find something that works on offense. Just something's off. Something's not going well. They're not responding to this soft two-shell defenses that teams are playing. They haven't found a response that's worked very well against them. They played 2 really good halves of football since their first 2 games, and that's it on offense. So a lot of back to the drawing board. Interesting now. I mean, every week is interesting in this league, and it'll be really interesting with the Philadelphia Eagles coming in here.
That's true. So right now this team is 5-2-1, and like you said, it is fascinating and interesting to see that it is November, and they're still making some of those mistakes and some of the penalty issues as they did in Week 1. But again, the defending champions will be here at Lambeau Field on Monday Night Football with the Philadelphia Eagles. But for now, the Packers lose 16-13 to the Carolina Panthers. For Pete Dougherty, I'm Dominique Yates.